Well, maybe
Sorry.
you should pay attention.
Maybe I should.
The biggest difference between most shows and today is
I recently became
there's
a
no
doctor.
table.
No, I recently became a doctor. As you can see.
Could we get a
If
close-up
you
on
can
that
see,
shirt?
I don't know if you can. But,
That's a nice shirt.
yeah. I earned my doctorate.
Your doctorate in pepper.
Yeah. Growing pepper.
And I believe you have your very own pepper farm.
Yep.
So how many flavors do you grow on your farm?
23.
Really? And what do you do
23.
with those 23 flavors?
It's a secret. I can't disclose that.
Really? Because I think you put it in Dr. Pepper.
I don't think so. It's
It's on that side too.
it's what side?
It's on every side.
Except for the
1, 2, 3.
except
That's
for that
3.
side, which was facing there.
We'll keep it facing this way. So
We've got a lot in store today.
yeah, we're very lucky to host the first ever Elusive Moose boxing match. We would like to welcome the boxer onto the stage, the Mean Danine Bean. This is him.
Hello.
Hello.
I heard you box.
I do. I'm a professional boxer.
So
Do you where do you work? Do you work at the UPS and box things?
I work at Boston.
Boston.
Boston Boxing Arena.
Oh yes.
Do you what type of boxes do you use?
Mostly large boxes. The small ones kind of
Wait.
far away.
It
Why
sounds like
don't you
it sounds like you're a fighter. I thought you put things in boxes.
I do both, sir.
why don't
Oh.
you demonstrate? I'll get you a box. Take this tape. Oh,
I don't know what that was.
it was just the Encyclopedia of Social Sciences.
A top grade
Here,
book.
demonstrate with this box.
All right. Now,
You're dropping
Box.
boxes.
You
On the
dropped the
ground.
box.
but as you can see, I have an object. There's a box.
I'm not seeing it.
Put the object in the box. There you go.
I'm not seeing it.
That's a nice box.
It's right in front of you.
I'm just not seeing it.
You're a good boxmanship.
Are you blind?
Why don't you show us the other side of your work?
The other side of my work? The
Give
other
us
side
the
of my
1-2
work,
punch.
Professional fighter. Let me demonstrate.
3-4 punch.
I think the 1-2.
And the 3-4.
1, 2,
3-4.
4.
How about the 5-6?
5, 6 is pretty complicated.
Or the 7-9.
7, 9.
7-1-9.
Never heard.
Getting a little ahead of yourself here.
Stand up.
Don't.
We've got a very
Yeah, stand up.
I don't know what the adjective is, but
All right.
we've got a contestant for you.
Who has-
Contestant.
It's our first guest who's signed a paper and applying to be on the show. Make sure, if you want to be on the show, fill out an application. I got to print out some more. We're fresh out.
We're fresh out.
I applied. It was quite the easy system.
Yeah,
Just-
if you apply, there's a 99% chance you'll get on the show,
Just come to WAVM,
especially if you have some skill.
and you can sign up to be on the show like I am right now.
Or you can talk to us.
Or if you have a Facebook, you can post a message on, or you can send a message if you want to be secretive to the Elusive Moose Facebook page.
Yes, or the
or
Elusive Moose Variety
the
Hour.
Elusive Moose.
Yeah, the Elusive Moose himself. Be sure to like the page on Facebook and friend the Moose.
Oh yes, yes, of course. But let's see this boxing match.
Wait, so in this corner, no. Welcome to the Imperial City Arena. On this end of the field, we have, what's your name again?
Boston.
We
Boston.
have a battle of pit dogs. Boston against the champion from the blue team,
Champion from the
Rip.
blue team.
Striker.
Yes.
Let's go.
Commence. Should we do a soundtrack?
Ring the bell.
What bell?
There we go.
Look at
I'm
this.
disappointed.
Look
I'm
at this.
disappointed.
Look at that.
I must
Look at those
say.
fists flying. I'm impressed. Oh! He's got a grip of steel.
That was unimpressive.
What seems to be the problem here?
What does?
Unimpressed.
Why?
I'm unimpressed. I think you must know that I'm unimpressed.
You know, show us your best move.
My best move. All right.
Don't drop that. You crazy?
Who dropped that?
Oh.
I'm still unimpressed.
Give him the 1-2 punch. From
Give
the
him
blue
the
team.
1-2. Pit dog from the blue team. I have more fun watching the Skyrim trailer.
I don't know what you did to this.
This is dry.
Does the mic still work?
I believe it might.
All right.
I've had enough.
All right, let's continue.
I've had
this.
enough
Nope,
of this.
We gotta continue and see.
I think it's time you realized who the real enemy is. The real enemy is yourself.
Really? What are you implying right
Maybe
now?
you should fight yourself.
Fight myself?
Do
Correct.
I guess I have to.
Let's observe.
Observe from a distance.
How is he gonna attain this great challenge? He'll know his own every move, his every thought. It reminds me of it reminds me of one of those things where someone fights themselves. That happens
yes.
in a lot of movies.
On television.
Yeah, it happens.
On the old tube.
Yeah, on a lot of things. Like people fight themselves, but then they realize that they just. I don't know how they beat themselves. They do somehow in the end.
Yes. Yes.
I believe
Yes.
what you're looking for is this. I have won.
You know, I think the champion from the blue team
Yes.
could come up and finish him off.
You can't. I'm undefeated.
Champion from the blue team. Rest now. You've earned it.
All right. Quite an impressive match.
I've had enough of matches.
You know what?
Tell it.
I think we ought to interview the contestants in the match. Now, I forget your name again. Boston?
Boston.
All right, so
The title was The Bigga Bling Ding Mum.
Some call me that.
Some do.
It's my nickname.
Prove it.
All right. You just called me it. That proves
Nope.
it.
Sit down.
You know what?
Stand up.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this bickering.
I've had enough of your bickering. You ever think of what happens when you go to a farm on a Saturday and they're not offering free tuition to the best liberal arts school in the state?
I don't believe so.
That's exactly it.
Build.
Ding.
I don't think so.
Building.
You know,
Complete your words.
I'm kind of.
Disappointed.
Yes.
Lackluster rocks.
You know, I think there's a certain thing
Tell it.
going on. Hey, get a hold of
What?
yourself.
What's the big idea?
Your iron grip is crushing everything in its path.
You're pig iron.
What are you talking about?
You're pig iron. Unrefined iron.
That's quite a crude iron.
You know, Andrew Carnegie was in the steel business.
I do know so.
I used to,
He monopolized on it.
he also played Monopoly.
I don't think that... Was that game around back then?
You know, he invented
It's pretty
Monopoly.
old. It came out in like the 20s, didn't it?
That's not true.
I think so.
No, it's not true that Andrew Carnegie invented. Andrew Carnegie did not invent Monopoly.
You know, sometimes these days, people are just looking at you like this. See this?
Calling you names like Maynard.
I don't believe it. You know, give us the 1-2 punch.
Speechless. Give us the 1-2. The old 1-2.
What about the 1-2-3?
7-8-9er. 7-1-9er.
How about a kick? You know, how do you warm up for a fight?
I just go to the gym.
Are there
Start
any
punching some
bonus
punching
points
bags.
available?
What'd you say?
Are there any bonus points available?
Yes, if you impress the referee enough.
Nope.
Yep.
I've had enough.
I don't know
You
what
know-
boxing you're watching.
There seems to be some tension going on in here. How about you,
Tension. Great tension. If
tension
there was
was
any
so...
more tension, somebody better cut it.
The tension is so thick you could cut it with a swift karate chop, as I said once. I forget when.
I don't remember the circumstances, but I believe you're right.
Have you ever cut a tension with a swift karate chop?
I've gotten 10 tensions at the
Nope.
same time.
I
What
don't.
are you, Hitmonchan?
No.
Prove it. I've had enough.
Of
As
what?
Chaz once said, I've had enough of this bickering.
I believe I said that earlier today.
Now I agree with that statement.
You know, I suggest you let us in on your secrets.
I can't do that.
Let us in on your secrets, people.
You know, I was taking the MCAS today, and I learned that candy-making companies relied heavily on espionage and secrecy.
I had that same prompt last year.
Did you now?
Yes. Did you get the one about the airships
No.
on New York, the Empire State Building?
Nope.
Oh, that was another one. But the candy making
The
companies
candy-making
getting
one.
espionage. They also talked about that in Willy Wonka or Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
They do.
Yeah, and they like snuck around and had workers working there. You know, I believe you're in the espionage business too.
Yes.
You box things and do you like box yourself and then ship yourself into a place?
I have never done that before.
Tell it.
Tell what?
Tell
Tell
us the story you were just talking about.
I'm working on a project to ship myself to Australia.
Oh.
Tell it.
That's all it is.
Why? Give the details.
Because there are so many people, such
Give
as
it to me
yourselves,
straight, Doc.
that want me to box myself.
I'm the doc here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I ain't no scientist.
What more do you want from me?
Box it.
Answers.
I'm not going to give you answers.
Wait a minute. Who's the we here?
The two of you and me.
What about them?
Carry on.
Or you?
You said you were at the dock at 6 a.m. in the morning, but I find that hard to believe, especially after reading this.
Because
Which is a well-detailed account of the journal of Franklin Con Miller, who I believe was one of your many victims. Is that right? People like you make me sick.
I was at the
Keeping
dock at 5
arms
a.m. and
in
I left at
freezers and basements.
Yeah, people like him. You know, I came down with a swift cough the other day.
A swift cough. Tell it.
Swift.
Tell it.
It was whenever I coughed, I'd be very swift like a horse.
Horses are swift.
Swift animals.
Swift animals.
You know what else is a swift animal?
Tell it.
I can't think of any.
Tell
Maybe
it.
What would you consider to be a swift animal?
Muskrats.
What about a boxer?
Tell it.
Boxers are obviously very swift animals.
Nope.
Show us how swift you are.
Don't.
See, I just showed you.
Show us.
Nope.
So fast you can't even see it.
No, not fast. Swift.
You're telling tales.
You're telling tales.
You're telling tales.
Why don't you get up and
old-timer.
do a swift action in front of the camera for us?
No.
How about a roll? Can you do a power roll?
If you want to see that, I guess you're just going to have to tune into the next boxing match I'm in.
What
I'm
channel?
afraid it doesn't exist.
7:32.
7:32. I think you're lying.
We've had enough, Boston. Or
I've had enough too. I'm
Okay.
leaving.
Do it.
Put yourself in a box and ship yourself out of here.
Then can it.
I'll leave when I want to.
Can it.
And I want to right now.
That's
Then
that's
lead
good.
on.
It works.